Crap with Beth and Matt. Cut to Crap is the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast. Welcome everybody to episode 8. In this week's episode, we are answering your questions live. That's right, we did a live stream on TikTok where we answered your health, fitness, and fat loss questions. Give it a listen to see if something you are confused about was answered. Let's go. Live with Beth and Matt. Let's do this. Beth, how are you today on Friday?
I am amazing. How are you?
You are?
Yeah.
I'm amazing as well. I woke up late this morning. I apparently forgot to set my alarm last night. And because of that, I woke up at 8:30. So I had to hurry up and drink my coffee, get my walk in, and get ready for this and everything. So my dog is very needy. So she's really been annoying me lately with how much attention she's been wanting lately.
Yeah.
Literally, I can't do anything without like her making me sit there and play and pet with her and pet her for like 10 minutes. So
yeah, that's mine right now. I literally, I was, I can't even talk about my dog. He's won't leave me alone right now.
How's your week been?
I'm like looking over here and looking over here. What's up, guys?
Look wherever.
It's good. I'm preparing for next. I kind of have been taking it easy this week, I guess. Not really, but I have a really big week ahead next week. So I've been trying not to do as much this week.
Okay. What's the big week ahead that you have?
I have a lot of my group coaching launches Monday. So I have that. And then I was trying to get everyone situated in the group. So they're in there right now and they can start going over all the guides in there. And then I have a lot of sale calls, lots of calls next week. Lots of calls.
Gotcha.
And then
busy week indeed. Well, it's exciting that your group coaching program is launching.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How many people are you capping it at?
50.
50? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it fully booked up then?
Almost, not quite.
Almost.
I have room, I have room for a few more, but
got it.
I'm cool with a small, group.
Okay. Cool. So for everybody that's tuning in, we are doing a live stream here. We're doing a live TikTok Q&A. So if you guys have any questions for us, drop them into our comments on either one of our streams. And then we will talk about them. And we're also recording this for our podcast as well. Yeah. So we will be posting this podcast episode at some point in the future. So I know I had a bigger audience at first. And then, of course, I had to mess everything up and I probably lost half the audience. So thanks for bearing with us, people that are still here.
I know. Thank you, guys. I've got about 70 in here right now.
Okay, let's get into the questions. We're going to answer your questions. I'm a banana and Beth is a nurse, so let's do this.
Amazing. All right, you got any questions? You want to go first?
Go ahead. You said you got a bunch of them, so
I'll let you start. Let's see. Okay, let me see. What is your opinion on Weight Watchers? I lost 13 pounds on it from March to June, gained 7 pounds after.
Huh.
Okay. So my thought is
Weight Watchers. Let's hear it, Beth.
Since you gained weight back, also when you're in maintenance, you're going to gain 3 to 5 pounds. That's just the way it is. So was it sustainable, right? What did you learn from it? I'm iffy with Weight Watchers.
Same.
I'm
not a fan of Weight Watchers,
but I don't like thinking of food in in points.
Points. They have an arbitrary point system, and it's a stupid point system too. The points they assign to some of the foods are incredibly fucking stupid. And then they also have foods that are unlimited. As we know, all food has calories. So how can something be unlimited? You can get fat eating anything. If you eat it in too much of it, eat it in excess. But not only that, the key part there I think to talk about is they gain the weight back. And like you said, yes, you will likely gain a little bit of weight back after you come out of a caloric restriction phase. And that's all Weight Watchers is it's a way for you to restrict your calories to put you into a calorie deficit, which is what we need to lose fat. Yeah. But a good program teaches you how to maintain the weight loss after the fact. As far as I know, Weight Watchers doesn't necessarily do that.
Right.
There's no maintenance phase. There's no reverse dieting phase. After you come out of a phase of being in a calorie deficit, you should then work on rebuilding your metabolism with a maintenance phase and with a dieting, reverse dieting phase. Get that metabolism restored. And all that Weight Watchers cares about is the number on the scale. And if penalizes you if you don't maintain that weight and everything like that. So,
yeah, exactly.
All right. High reps, low weight versus low reps, high weight. Do they both work the same for weight loss? Okay, let's dive into that. So do they both work the same for weight loss? Let's talk about that part of it right there. Beth, what do you want to say about that? No. And what she means by that is we don't work out to lose weight. We don't lift weights to lose weight. Exercise doesn't burn weight, doesn't make us lose weight. Exercise does not burn fat, okay? We should be working out to be healthy, to get stronger, to build lean muscle mass. That's really what it comes down to. No exercise is going to replace a shit diet. So if you're consuming too many calories, if you're eating like an asshole all the time, you're not going to see any progress. You cannot out-exercise your diet. What Beth and I say is nutrition is the driver of fat loss, right, Beth?
Yeah. Exercise is the passenger.
Exercise is the passenger in the back of literally, if fat loss is a bus, okay, nutrition is driving the bus. Exercise is in the back seat, the very last seat of the bus. That is literally how much impact exercise has on fat loss. 5 to 10% of our daily calories burned is from exercise. Not even that for most people. Yeah. Whereas nutrition is the majority of it. So
we got to switch it around.
What is a realistic and maintainable monthly weight loss goal? So the answer to that is it depends. Okay. So it depends on the person first and foremost. Somebody that is, like obese, 300-400 pounds, they can afford to lose weight at a higher rate. But for most people, I like to personally shoot for a half pound to 1 pound a week. So that would then equate to, 2 to 4 pounds a month. That's really great rate of weight loss, and that's sustainable weight loss because it's going to be slower than what you're used to, and that's a good thing because you're not seeing this quick crash and you're not heavily restricting anything.
Right. I think it's important not to put too much stress on like how much you can lose in a month either. I think sometimes we have such unrealistic expectations and timelines, and it can really fuck us up. And also, like, how do your clothes fit? Are you losing inches? Those are also important.
Yeah, for sure. And those are, and you could be in a calorie deficit and literally not lose weight. Okay. Because there's a difference between weight loss and fat loss, right? And we talk about this all the time. You could be losing fat, but the weight necessarily won't go down. And that's for for so many reasons, especially if you're lifting weights and strength training, you could be building lean muscle mass and burning fat at the same time. It is possible. It's very possible. So keep that in mind. What you got for us, Beth?
Can you increase your maintenance calories? If so, how?
Ooh, that's a good question. I like that question.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'd say, you can increase your NEAT, strength train, eat enough protein. Don't slash your calories.
What is NEAT? What does that acronym mean for people that are listening that don't know?
Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So the more you walk, the more you do stuff all the time. You're busy.
Yep.
That's actually a huge part of our metabolism.
It is. That's a big part of our daily caloric burn, like she said, and we have direct control over that. So that's a big reason why Beth and we talk about moving more. So needs can be things like your household chores, doing the dishes, cleaning the living room, mowing the lawn, playing with your dog, playing with the kids. Those are all factored into that. Literally fidgeting burns calories. What I'm doing right now, talking with my hands, things like that. So then to get your maintenance level calories higher, that's one way to do it. And another way then is to increase your basal metabolic rate then too. So you do that by building lean muscle mass. The more muscle you have, the higher the higher your caloric burn is going to be because it takes energy to maintain that muscle mass.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? That's my past client, Kelly. Hi,
Kelly.
You, Kelly?
Hey guys, Blue-Eyed Viking, hello. How do I get past a weight loss plateau? Water Your Fern wants to know. So how do you get past a weight loss plateau? So I think it's also important to then ask that question is, what are you considering a plateau? Because most people, when I get that question, I'm like, how long have you been a plateau? They're like, a week or two. Like, that's not a plateau, first and foremost.
No.
That 1 week, 2 weeks, no. And then also, how are you measuring progress? If you're only looking at the scale to monitor your progress and then you determine that you're in a plateau, that's not the way to do it. So when every way that you can monitor progress has stalled for about a month, that's when I say you're in a plateau. Okay. So when your body measurements, so you should be taking body measurements, right? Tape measure. Yeah. So that's what you should, that trumps actually body weight measurements, or body weight on the scale. When every way of measuring progress has stalled out for about a month, that's how you know you're in a plateau. But how do you get past a plateau? So you need to look at a couple of things. First of all, are you being consistent?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Are you being 80 to 90% consistent with your nutrition, first and foremost, and your workouts? If you're not, the conversation ends there. Be more consistent. Okay. Then the next question is, how much are you sleeping? Are you sleeping 6 to 8 hours a night? Okay. Answer that question. Are you drinking enough water? Answer that question. If you're not, do that. How's your stress levels? If your stress is too high, you need to get that under control. So until you get those things under control, we're not even going to have the discussion about a plateau.
Yeah. It's usually a consistency and a patience problem more than anything.
Yep. And those are the basics, guys, too. Like, those are the basics that we should be focusing on. What I just mentioned: sleep, stress, hydration, consistency, patience. You figure those five things, you figure those out, you can do anything you fucking want to.
Right. Do you think it's more important to work on food first or exercise?
Both. Hand in hand.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think like focusing on nutrition, but you need to exercise as well. Like, don't do one without the other.
Yeah, exercise is very, very important, guys, for health. That's what we are in this for, to be healthy. And that's one of my big issues that I have with the carnivore diet, among many, is we see these carnivore coaches. You don't need to exercise. Just eat meat and cheese. You're going to give somebody a fucking heart attack by giving them that advice. We exercise for heart health, to be strong. Okay, we don't exercise to lose fats, to burn calories, or anything like that. We exercise for health.
Exactly.
Opinions on Diet Coke. Kidding. That's funny, Jillian. Thank you.
What'd she say?
She said opinions on Diet Coke, and then she put in parentheses, kidding. So she knows it triggers me. Nisi3464. What's your advice on how to start calorie deficit for someone who needs to lose 50 plus pounds? Start logging your food. Create a food log. Start journaling your food that you're eating every day. That creates awareness. You're probably eating a lot of more calories than you realize. So start a food journal. You can track your calories, or you can just write it down. It doesn't matter. That's going to create awareness. And once you create that awareness, you can start understanding how you can improve your diet.
Exactly.
Good morning, Charlene Stevens 5. Thank you for joining us. Beth, you got anything for us?
I do. I got a ton. All right. Water your fern. I think she asked something on yours. I ate candy yesterday and feel so angry at myself. Okay. Well,
why?
That was yesterday. Let it go. Like, why do you feel angry?
Yeah. You're literally doing a candy challenge right now, aren't you, Beth?
Yeah, I'm doing a candy challenge. I'm eating candy every single day.
Water your fern. Why do you feel angry about eating candy? Like, what did that do to you? Did it kill you? Did it harm you? No. You're still here today. You're breathing. You're alive. You're well. A piece of candy it's not going to give you good health. It's not going to give you bad health. One salad is not going to give you good health. Okay. You can eat candy daily and be perfectly fine and healthy.
Exactly. All right, what you got? What you got?
Blue-eyed Viking says 3 months soda-free as of today, y'all. Well, that's cool. I mean, if that's actually one thing I did when I first started my weight loss journey. But this was before I was a coach and anything like that. I just cut out soda, and I saw great results. So cutting out soda and replacing it with diet soda. There you go. If you maybe you did do that, maybe you didn't, but that's one way you can get rid of hundreds of calories a day is replacing regular soda with diet soda. And if you want to tell me that aspartame is bad, I will fight you in my banana costume right now.
Don't take him up on that because he will. Do hormones play into weight gain? Weight gain and loss. Yeah, it's all connected. Hormones and calories are all connected.
Yeah. So what we talk about is like KICO, calories in, calories out, right? The hormones impact the calories out equation of that for sure.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand when we talk about calorie deficit. You have these zealots that are like, but hormones, but insulin, but this and this and this. That's all factored into the out equation,
Right.
So yeah, that definitely impacts that. And if you feel like you have some hormonal issues going on, go see a fucking doctor. Get a plan, get on a plan, get it checked. Go ahead, Beth.
And I think a lot of the times that is something that people talk about this all the time, hormones, insulin, that everyone thinks it's a hormonal issue, when in all actuality, it's a fucking consistency thing. And I thought it was my hormones, but it came down to actually it was me bullshitting myself. So I think that we like to play the blame game on everything else before us. So take a look at what you're doing first before you're blaming your shit on hormones. 99.8% of the time, it's not that. And,
nailed it.
So
blaming your hormones is an excuse
for our fucking actions.
Yes.
Plain and simple. And I am a prime example of that.
There comes a point when you will get tired of your own bullshit. Okay.
Right.
When you're tired of your own bullshit, that's when you will start getting the results, and because you do anything that you need to. And we aren't discounting the fact that hormones can be an issue, okay? But if you think they are, get them checked. Don't just sit there and say, my hormones are broken.
Yeah.
Get them checked, get medication, do whatever you need to do. Don't just sit there and say my hormones are fucked. You can still fix that.
Stop blaming everything on your hormones unless you know for sure.
100%. Let's see. No question. Just thankful I found you guys. Well, thank you, Jess. Thanks, Jess. Rosales. And Peter, what's going on, Peter? How you doing, man? And Jennifer, like a duck 5. How are you doing? What's your advice for calorie deficit for someone? Oh, we already covered that question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nisi. We already covered that question. Guys, only ask us questions once because we will get to it. Okay.
We're doing the best we can. Please.
Any advice on how to get organized to stay consistent? I am all over the place. Yeah. So
I gotta.
Let's go ahead, Beth. Let's hear it.
I got one that Jordan Syatt actually taught me, and it's to keep a consistency calendar, like a physical calendar, and get a black marker and a red marker. And every time that you hit your calories and protein, you give yourself an X. And you can do this with anything. You do it with your exercise, whatever. But usually it's like calories and protein because that's actually the driver of the fat loss, right? Mm-hmm. X for when you hit your calories and you hit your protein. You give yourself an O if you don't hit your or if you go over your calories and you don't hit your protein. So that's a good visual to have for consistency every single month. If you got like more than like 4 to 6 O's, it's not 80% consistent. So it's a good visual.
I like that.
To have. Do you have another way, Matt?
I would, to add to that, I would say planning ahead of time. You need to take some time to plan your days and your weeks ahead of time. So if you want to plan your entire week, you could do that like on a Sunday evening. Spend 10 to 15 minutes putting things on your calendar, like reminders to eat, setting time aside to, make an appointment with yourself to go to the gym. Planning is going to be key. That's also, meal prepping and things like that, if that's what works for you.
Yep.
Is there a certain number I should take as rest days a week? Well, you should. There's one thing you should not be doing is working out every day, maybe even 6 days a week. For most people, 3 to 5 days is more than enough. What you do in those 3 to 5 days matters most. You could work out 3 days a week and see great results if you have a good program. But definitely I would be recommending at least 2 rest days for most people. For the general public, at least 2 rest days is necessary. Go. You got one, Beth?
Favorite pre-workout nutrition supplements when you're avoiding caffeine for evening workouts? I mean, all pre-workout has caffeine in it. So I don't know. Don't they?
There's some non-stimulant pre-workout.
I don't know, personally, of any of those.
I don't know any either because I don't focus on supplements, guys. Like the question is why do you care about pre-workout? Do you think you need it? Because you don't. Let's answer that question first. But
yeah.
I am eating in a slight calorie deficit and getting enough protein. What do I focus on next? Okay, great. So you're in a slight calorie deficit, which is what we talk about, and you're getting enough protein. Good. So what do I focus on next? I would highly recommend starting strength training if you're not already. You didn't put that in there. So I'm just going to assume you're not currently strength training. So definitely look to get some strength training incorporated 2, 3, 4 days a week.
And focus on your consistency.
Consistency. Oh, I like that. Yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of people I get this question a lot, like, what else should I be doing? Should I be doing anything else? Because we're so used to looking for something else, because fat loss is boring, basic shit.
It is. It's doing the same thing repeatedly.
You're going to feel like it's not working. You're going to feel like, should I be doing more? No, you just keep fucking going. That's the whole thing, is you just keep doing it.
Exactly.
Over and over and over again.
It's boring. It is. And this is a conversation I have with my clients frequently because they get bored with my workouts and things like that.
Yeah.
We build muscle by doing the same thing repeatedly, but stimulating that muscle continuing to make that muscle work. If you're constantly jumping from one workout to another and program hopping and things like that, you will see results, but they're not going to be optimal results. So once you got the slight calorie deficit and you get enough protein, like Beth said, be consistent with it. Just keep doing that.
Yeah.
You used to do 6 days of weightlifting. Previous coach put you on 4 days. Not sure what's best for you. Well, we can't tell you what's best for you. Only you know what's best for you.
Only you do.
So how do you feel after those 4 and 6 days? I would say 6 days is probably too much. You're probably doing a PPL, push-pull legs on that, and that's fine. I have nothing against PPL, but you can also, do a upper, lower 4 days a week and be fine as well.
Mm-hmm.
Got one?
Okay. I'm looking for suggestions with helping to lower blood pressure with food. I need to lose weight. Okay.
Well,
First off, that's like for your medical doctor. Like, what does he want you to do if you have high blood pressure?
I would definitely start there. You probably want to monitor your sodium intake at that point too, though. But definitely, we'll defer that one to your doctor because that's kind of outside of our scope of practice.
Right.
And we want to we would need to know a lot more about you and work with you one-on-one for advice like that.
Yeah, you guys, we can't answer medical stuff. So if you got any medical issues, honestly, that's out of our scope of practice. I feel like I need to make a video about that because when we make videos, it's for general population, not for people that have a diagnosed medical issue. That should be something that your doctor, a dietitian, should be helping you with.
Yes, so 100%. 100%. Savage Mom Live. She said, "What in the banana is going on?" It's Halloween Eve weekend, right? So gotta have a little fun with it. I don't know why, but I'm struggling getting enough protein while staying in a caloric deficit. I need 165 grams, but plus I need to factor in all my veggies and healthy foods. So protein should be the emphasis for your calorie deficit. You should be building your meals around your protein. Your meals should be built around your protein, 20 to 30 grams of protein probably for most people. And then, so from you do your protein. So a quarter of your plate should be protein. half of it should be veggies. The other quarter of it should be fats and carbs, and then a little bit of fat. So build a balanced plate. It's good that it's good that you factor in your veggies and healthy foods. That's good, but protein's also healthy food. So, yeah.
What happens if you feel better eating low carb? Is that bad? No. If that's how you feel, like everyone's different. It's not bad.
See, we're not anti-low carb, guys. We're not anti-low carb. We are anti-keto, but there's a difference between low carb and keto. Low carb is generally considered, everybody says it differently, but about 100 grams of carbs or less for most people. Yeah. If you feel good and that works for you and that's a way of living for you, do it.
Yeah.
Is it okay to eat pretty much anything as long as you're staying within your total calories for the day? So you can still, in terms of fat loss, yes, you can do that. However, we don't encourage you just to eat whatever you want. Like, we do encourage you to eat protein, fiber, veggies, things like that. But you can have your favorite foods every day if you want to. I would just focus on getting your micronutrients and other macronutrients in throughout the day as well.
Yeah.
Right, Beth? Yep.
Exactly.
Biggie Low 5-year. What's up, dude? He said howdy. How's it going, man?
Howdy.
The fit Adam. He is in our live. He said carbs
What's
are
up,
bad.
Adam?
What a punk.
Yeah. You guys go follow the Fit Adam. He got his account banned. The Fit Adam 2.0 he is now.
I just tagged him in the comments on TikTok.
Okay.
Give him a follow, guys.
Okay, let's see. Have you heard of the Lean Body System by Modere? Thoughts?
Oh, have we heard about it? Oh, dear. Warning, bullshit alert. Yes, we have heard of it.
The banana has spoken. Fuck that shit.
It's bullshit. Yeah, fuck that shit. It's
bullshit.
First of all, it's an MLM, multi-level marketing, which is a fucking scam. Come fight me. And then what is the Modere? That's the syrup, right? The CLA syrup.
Yeah, that's that fucking collagen syrup shit that looks like poo.
It's complete
spoon.
Complete horseshit. There's no science behind it. There's no evidence to support it.
Yeah.
If you want to waste your money, go start a fire out back with it. You'll be better off.
Oh, fuck. All right.
How can I fix my yo-yo dieting? I was down to 280. Now I'm back to 380. So my initial thought for that is how did you get down to 280 in the first place? Which way did you get down to 280? Did you do it with the yo-yo diet? So you stopped yo-yo dieting by stop doing fucking diets. Okay.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Stop doing keto. Stop doing fucking intermittent fasting. Stop doing all the bullshit. You need to
carnivore,
create a lifestyle that you can stick to.
Yes.
It really
eat in a way that you enjoy.
That.
Eat in a way that you enjoy. You can have pizza, you can have donuts and lose 100 pounds. You can. Mm-hmm. Our clients do it all the time. Building a lifestyle change. So we focus on the fundamentals, eating more protein, eating more fruits and vegetables. That's it, really. Walking, and we're big advocates for walking daily as well. Like I recommend everybody go on 2 10-minute walks every day if you have the ability to walk. The method, the way you lose the weight is sustainable, meaning you can do it for a while, right? Because with a calorie deficit, the only thing that changes between a calorie deficit and when you reach your goal is the amount of calories you're taking. Yeah, you're taking in. Everything else should stay the same. That's why we talk about building good habits while we're in a calorie deficit. Is going over your calories by 10 points a big deal? Hell fucking no. No. If that is a big deal to you, that is disordered, and I would recommend you stop counting calories and repairing your relationship with food. Yeah. Let's look at it this way. If you were to overeat by 10 calories every day,
is that like 70 calories?
What's that? That's 70 calories a week, right? You would need to do that for 350 days in order to gain 1 pound.
Right.
Okay. So put that into context there. Krabby Gabby YD. It takes time. I know from experience, not everyone is the same. Yeah, for sure. Everyone's journey is going to be different, and how long it takes to accomplish certain things, and that's fine. And it does take. That's the most important thing is it takes time.
Chris Fish 46. Hi, you guys rock. Keep up the great content. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris Fish. Thank you, Chris Fish. Okay, Share Bear 2. Our HIT classes good. I'm not a fan of HIT classes. Okay. First of all, HIT
better than nothing, but
it's better than nothing. Yes. This is my opinion on HIT. HIT is high intensity interval training. Literally, you're supposed to be training as hard as you possibly can. It's VO2 max. You can't do that for a sustained amount of time. Okay. HIT should be about 5, maybe 10 minutes tops, and it's intervals, okay? So if you're doing an entire class, you're just going high intensity the entire time, where's the interval in that? There's no interval, right? That's a circuit is what you're doing. You're doing a circuit class. So I hate that the gyms promote those things. Like if you want to do circuit classes, cool. Don't call it HIT.
Right.
That's my take on it. How long should you be on a program or split? Good question, Small But Strong. I love that username. They spelled small, SMOL. I love it. In general, so the way I like to program my workouts for my clients, I do them in 4-week phases.
Yeah, me too.
I'll usually do a program like 12-week program, and then it's got 3 phases of 4 weeks. Is what I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
I would say personally. My personal opinion is minimum of 4 weeks to stick with a workout program.
Yeah.
Before and that doesn't mean then you just make slight changes to it too. Then maybe instead of let's say your squats are primarily back squats. Okay, so what you could do is you could do back squats for 4 weeks, and then you could make front squats your primary squatting movement for 4 weeks. You could change that up, or you could do
same thing, different variation.
Yeah, same thing, different variations. You could do pause squats. You could do pull squats and all these other squat variations. But as long as you're doing that movement is what matters.
Yeah. I hate squats.
I fucking love squats. I love squats.
Get me, man. My hips are always really fucking tight.
Oh, really? You got tight hips?
Yeah. Just my legs are long, and so it's just an awkward movement for me. Okay. How do you feel about taking fiber supplements and collagen? Could those stall things? No,
stall.
Yeah, they're not going to stall anything.
The collagen supplement that's going to have calories,
right?
And
like fiber, are you not getting enough fiber from your food, or you eat more fruits and veggies? That should be your focus first, but it's not going to stall anything. No.
But collagen's also a waste of your money. Save your money, please. You don't need collagen. We talked about this in our last episode of our podcast with Beefcake Brina. It's a byproduct of making whey protein. It's the excess, and the supplement companies needed a way to make money off of that, so they marketed it and they sold it as this fucking cure for hair loss and nails and things like that, where all it is it's just them trying to get the most money out of the products that they've already been making. It's a byproduct. It's a lower quality protein, and it's not even a complete protein either. And we need a complete protein in order to build muscle. Can you explain or overview a reverse diet? Yeah, that's a great question, Small But Strong. So a reverse diet is done after a dieting phase. And when I say dieting, okay, what I mean is caloric restriction. That's what I mean. Because when we are in a calorie deficit, our metabolism adapts to that. So as we lose body fat, there's no longer as much mass of to maintain. So our overall caloric needs go down. So our metabolism adapts to that. That's a natural process. A lot of people demonize that, and they try to sell this program that doesn't do that. But if you're losing weight, your metabolism will reflect that. So then what we do then after a period of being in a caloric restriction is we slowly start. So maybe say your maintenance level calories are 2,000, okay, and your current calorie deficit is 1,500. So we're happy with where we're at, or maybe we want to do a reverse diet to restore our metabolism, right? So what we start doing then is we want to start working our way back up to our maintenance level calories. But you don't do that all at once. You don't just add 500 calories back in your diet overnight. That's going to be a recipe for disaster, weight gain and bloating and things like that. What we do is we slowly start adding calories back into our diet. So what I like to do is the slow approach, just like with cutting calories. I introduce calories back in slowly, 50 to 75 calories maybe at a time. So week 1, you add in more 50 calories every day into your diet. So you were eating 1,500. Now you're eating 1,550. Okay. You do that for a week, and then you add in another 50. So now you're eating 1,600 calories. Rinse and repeat until you are no longer losing weight or gaining weight. And now you've got your new maintenance level calories. And then if you want to do a building phase where you just focus on getting stronger and building lean muscle mass, which is amazing, you're not worried about fat loss anymore at that point, then you would start doing the same thing. Once you're at your maintenance level calories, you just slowly start adding in calories. Same thing, just as with a calorie deficit, we recommend a small calorie deficit. Same thing if we're trying to build muscle mass and bulk up, is we do a small caloric surplus. Right, Beth?
That's right.
The banana has spoken. All right, you got a question?
I was just going to say the banana. I have someone that when someone has everything in all capitals, it's like they're fucking screaming at me. So this is all capitals from user 02443301.
Oh, we got a blank.
She is screaming. I eat only once or twice a day, and I am still fat and don't lose weight. Why? Okay, well, eating once or twice a day doesn't mean you're in a caloric deficit. You can have a 5,000 fucking calorie meal for all I know. I mean,
yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
First off, or maybe you're just not eating enough and you haven't been eating enough and your body is metabolically adapted to those calories. So just because you're eating once or twice a day, like I said, does not mean shit. Doesn't mean you're in a deficit. So if you're not tracking, maybe look at that. Figure out what your maintenance calories is. It's meatball. My dog is driving me nuts. And then I can't focus. So that's
here. That is the problem with intermittent fasting, because intermittent fasting generally tells you to eat once or twice a day. You don't have to track calories. Guess what? You can still get fat doing that. I've done it before. I literally have gotten fat doing intermittent fasting in the past.
I think people just don't understand that. It doesn't matter how many times a day you eat. It matters your total daily,
I do not care what you do. Okay. Calories, overall calories are what matter. Flat out. Anybody that tells you otherwise is a fucking idiot. I will tell you that right now. Okay.
Exactly.
They're lying to you. They're not helping you at all by lying to you in that way.
Yeah. So don't scream at me.
Balancing my macros is a challenge. All right, Tracy girl. What's the challenge there?
Focus on calories and protein. Don't worry about the carbs and fats. I think that's why people just really fucking overcomplicate it.
Yeah. Calories, protein are what matters. You really don't need to track macros unless you've got very specific physique performance goals that, like, you're an athlete, CrossFitter, things like that.
Especially if you're a newbie,
Stop complicating it, right, guys? It just overcomplicates it.
Right.
MP Rich 1988 said, "I loved hearing Beth say she eats chocolate." Hell yeah. See, I don't eat a lot of chocolate. That's not really my sweet treat. My sweet treat would be cereal. I eat cereal almost every day, and I fucking love it. So
I love cereal too. After listening to you guys, I had my first hamburger with a bun in 3 years. Thank you so much. I love that Big Mick 99. That's fucking awesome.
Yes, I love it.
See,
I'm sad that you've gone 3 years and missed out on all those cheeseburgers, but I'm glad that you're eating them now. You taking new clients? Blake 69693 asked. Yes, I am currently taking on new clients. Myself personally, I don't have any room for one-on-one clients right now. I've reached my limits, but my team does have capacity. I've got 3 coaches on my team. Other than myself, we've got a registered dietitian, we got a strength coach, and we've got a behavioral nutritionist. So, yeah, plenty of room for us. What about you, Beth?
I have that question on here too. I don't know if it's from the same person. It was up here. I do personal training one-on-one, but right now I'm personally not taking any. My co-coach Justin will be. And also I do have my group coaching that is opening. It's closing. Today's the last day to sign up for it. So if you're interested in that, you can sign up on my website under group coaching, and that's all on Facebook. You get monthly workouts, daily accountability, a Zoom coaching call every Monday with me. There's a lot more. So it's all mapped out for you on the website if anyone's interested in that. But personally, I am flat out booked.
Got it. Same here. All right. So Kelly Burke 124. Awesome question, Kelly. I love this question. Thoughts on Peloton? Do you have clients that use the Peloton programs and equipment? I don't personally have a Peloton, but I do have lots of clients that use them. And one of the coaches on my team, Kristen, she actually uses it as well. Big fan of Peloton. If you have access to one, yeah, definitely use it. I love the atmosphere of Peloton, and their coaches are super fucking motivating.
Yeah. Hi, Gretchen. My client, Gretchen. Awesome job, Gretchen. You guys. What's up, Gretchen? How are you?
Mama Bear 2206. Thank you so much for what you guys do. For the first time, I'm learning to build a good relationship with food. Yes, I love that. Round of applause for you, Mama Bear. Woo-hoo! I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yoga, fucking yoga. I like yoga. Yoga's awesome.
Yoga's good. I throw that in sometimes.
What's going on, Dallas? How you doing, brother?
What's up?
Watching you between sets. Hey, that works too. I'm glid you're here. As long as we're not distracting you from your workout, by all means.
All right, you got any questions? Carb cycling.
Carb cycling. Let's get in. Let's talk about that. You know what?
I don't know. It's useless to me. I think that's it's way more confusing. Why do you need to carb cycle? I mean, I just don't get it personally.
Carb cycling is just an overly complicated way of controlling your calories for the week is all that it's doing.
Right.
So why not just eat the same amount of calories every day and just fucking be good? The same amount of carbs every day and be good. You don't need to cycle carbs.
Exactly.
And here's the thing too. People
That's disordered thoughts process to me.
It is for sure. And when people do carb cycling or tell you to do carb cycling, what they'll typically do is they'll give you lower carbs on your rest days and higher carbs on a leg day, for instance, right? But you still need energy and calories and carbs on your rest days because that's when your body is repairing itself. So you still need energy on your rest days. So why drop your calories and carbs? Because everything else will stay the same most likely when you're doing carb cycling. Protein, fats will stay the same. Carbs are manipulated. You don't need to do that. Just have it same amount every day.
That's not keeping it simple.
That is the opposite of keeping it simple.
Yeah. That would drive me nuts if I had someone telling me to carb cycle. I'd be like, "Go fuck yourself." No. Sorry.
I've done that before. I've done that before. Yeah. And that's what I just explained with the lower day and the higher day. That's exactly how we did it. But it was unnecessary. Hormones and perimenopausal belly fat. Just calories in and out or more to it. I mean, yes, that is how you lose fat. Now hormones, what do you mean by hormones? Right. We need more context for that question. And Beth, I'll let you talk about the perimenopausal belly fat, but there's a great series by Dr. IDZ, Dr. IDS, about losing stubborn belly fat too. And alcohol plays a big part of that.
Yeah, I think a lot of women and I made a video yesterday. A lot of women in our 40s and 50s drink way too much, and it's just it's a shit fire during perimenopause and menopause. If you want to get rid of that belly, honestly, go lower on the alcohol. That's my thought process right there.
I agree.
I agree. Your sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, that is also when you're drinking, you don't sleep as well, and that's also a train of events that happens from that.
And again, so that was NPLZ7369 that asked that. If you're wondering about hormones, it sounds like maybe you think you have hormonal issues, or maybe you do have hormonal issues. Go see a doctor, please.
Right.
Get your labs done, get your levels checked. to rule that out or to confirm that it is an issue, because then you can start working on a plan to repair that issue.
Yeah.
New me 1975. You're so right. I did keto. I lost and gained back way more. Got a trainer and fixed my eating. Yeah, 100%.
Nice.
That's we see that all the time with keto.
Right? Is powdered protein good to take daily? I had this question like 5 times in a row. Yes, it's totally fine, but try to get your protein from a whole food source. But if you need to supplement, oh my God, this guy asked it like 8,000 times. You're fine. Oh my God.
Linda,
there must be like 15 times.
Boot him. Linda said, hi, Matt. Hey, Linda, how are you doing?
Hi.
This mom interrupted. What is your suggestion with hormonal issues, thyroid, where I keep being told to drop more calories? Literally what we just talked about. If you have thyroid issues, get on medication and get some medical nutritional therapy from a registered dietitian.
Yeah. All right. I have the powdered protein so much in here that I have to scroll through.
The same one person?
Amber 31. You're killing me. Why the fuck did you do that?
Boot him.
That's unnecessary. Honestly, like that pisses me off.
Yeah. So happy I found you guys. Healed my view on food and health. You're helping more than you know. Thank you, MP Rich. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Guys, I haven't had that on my thing. Don't repeat. Just ask the question one time. We will get to it.
Yeah.
If you're in line and you do that, I will boot you.
All these other questions are getting overpowered by this fucking protein question. That's like seriously like 50 of them.
We should have just ignored that question.
I didn't realize it was all the way down the page. Yeah,
because we just read what we see to come to us. Mackenzie, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the gift, friend. I appreciate that. Beth, how much time do you have?
I have like 2 minutes. It's my check-in day for my clients. So, I mean, we can do 2 to 5 minutes maybe.
Okay. Let's do like one more. Do you have a good question that you want to get to?
Let me get past all this protein.
You still have the question about the protein? You're still going through that?
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. How do I handle going to a basketball tournament where outside food and drink aren't allowed? Eat before?
Even for like, are you an athlete?
Yeah. Well, I need more than that. I don't know what you're really asking.
Are you an athlete or are you a bystander?
Yeah, I would eat before. Favorite Halloween candy? Oh, you know what? I do love a Kit Kat and Twix. The little minis. Actually.
Yeah, for sure. Are you out of time then, Beth? Or do you want me to grab one question really quickly?
Yeah, you do one.
All right. Let's see. We already covered that. Are there any foods that you are absolutely against? Yes. The foods I am against are foods that you're allergic to or will cause you harm by eating them. That's it.
I knew you were going to say that.
That is it. And I think that's a really good way to end this episode. I do want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in. How many people do you have on your end, Beth? I've got 50 on mine.
69.
Nice.
69.
We've got 119 people tuned in. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Amazing.
If you enjoyed this, we got our technical difficulties ironed out. We know how to do this going forward. So if you guys want us to do these more often, let us know. Okay. This podcast, we will be releasing this here in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned and subscribe if you aren't already. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Beth. Enjoy your calls.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
And that is a wrap for episode 8. If you have found even the smallest nougat of wisdom in this episode, share it with a friend that needs to hear it. Come on, don't be stingy. Your friend will think you are the absolute best person out there. I know I love it when I get that random text from a friend sharing a link to a podcast that they know I'm going to absolutely love, along with the message, oh my God, you've got to listen to this podcast. You will fucking love it.